Welcome to my talk about bipolar depression, low, and dealing with loss. So this week has been very hard for me because my brother, who's pictured on the cover of my book, died of a heroin overdose a couple of years ago. He would have been 31 this week. And what I've learned is when you have bipolar and you get depressed, you can start to remember those that you've lost. For example, losing my brother, I think about my grandmother who passed away, my wife's mom. When I start to feel sad, I can focus on those that are no longer here. I can also get into a place where I don't know if I have the energy to push forward. I may want to sleep more. I may be lazy. And what I have learned is you have to find ways to combat the low feelings. One of the best things to do is talk to your therapist. I've been going weekly, and I find that having that support, someone that'll listen to me, that'll help me, that'll allow me to express what I'm feeling, makes things way better. I also believe that you can tell yourself that it's not always going to be as dark and dismal as it can be. Bipolar depression can be really tricky because it tells your mind that you will never get better, your life will never get happier. And I found for myself when I've been in really dark places, it can seem like there will never be light, but I have to remember that eventually things can improve. And as hard as one day may be, it doesn't always have to be like that. I kind of focus on what they teach in the 12 steps, which is one day at a time. And I remember that even if today is a really hard day, it doesn't mean that the rest of my life is going to be like this. I also may not have all the answers about finances or other stressful issues, but if I do my best in this moment and don't only focus on today, it ends up being easier. Oftentimes when we have bipolar depression, we can have really bad fears. And I've learned that if you let a fear take over your life, it can be really bad. There's a thing I write about in a lot of my books talking about changing the channel. So imagine if you're in your mind thinking, oh, what if this happens, or I'm never going to be able to pay my bills, or what if my job never works out, or my company never succeeds. And you can kind of have that like a channel that keeps saying negative things over and over again in your mind, and your mind can just keep focusing on all of them. But if you'll change the channel and say, you know what, I'm a good human being, I'm working on making positive progress, I believe that things will get better, I'm going to remember what I've accomplished in my life, I'm happy that I'm a survivor, that I've handled tough situations, that I'm still here, that I've made a difference in people's lives, that I've helped them, there's people that I love and that love me, I've learned that it's okay to ask for support, I'm not the only one struggling, I can keep going, I remember that there are dark days, but if I will press forward, there can be positive ones. And by switching that mental channel and saying to yourself things that are more positive, it ends up getting better, and eventually you hopefully recover. I want to thank you for watching my video. This book is really special to me. You can find it online, Depression, Bipolar, and Heroin. It talks about losing my brother and what he meant to me, because I only had one brother and I really love him and all the adventures we had. He was a really wild, fun guy. And I also do a life coaching program to support others with bipolar depression and other problems. You can call me anytime. My website shares my number and information if you'll go below to Bipolar Online. And I want to thank you for watching this video. I pray for you today. I hope things get better and easier. And even if you have bipolar depression and you feel low and have faced loss, it won't always be as dark and hard as it feels today. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.